Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel, Tarot by Bronx. This is Tarot Talk. These are Tarot Things, and I'm your host, Boogie Down Bronx, and I'm here to take care of the Aries. Make sure my volume is up, right? Okay, yeah, we're good. Aries, if you're new to the channel, welcome. This reading can resonate for you if you have Aries as a Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, or South Node sign. Quick shout out to my Patreon. This reading was released early access on there, as I usually always put readings early access. So it'll either be early access and exclusive or just early access, then later released to the public. But make sure on one of my Patreons, I have so many now. I have my OG Patreon, patreon.com/mindbodybronx. And then my newest one for the Virgo and Pisces. I have an Aries tier, a Saturn tier, and it's growing. I will probably add an Aquarius and Leo tier soon when the nodes change or we start getting closer to those eclipses. But yeah, early access gang. Thank you guys for supporting me. So yeah, seeing this right now, you're seeing it on Patreon, and if you're seeing it later, you're on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe to one of the Patreons. Lots of options for prices based on what you're comfortable with, so you can get the information, as well as I'm on Twitter a lot, very active on there. So let's see, Aries, we have a full moon coming up in your sign, so let's talk about it. If you're watching this, you have Aries placements more than likely. Alrighty, let's get one card for Aries to surrender. Full moons are always about surrender. Hold on, I wasn't really ready. Let's start over. Also, I have red on. Red is connected to Aries. This is a Virgo sweatshirt. I got this from TikTok. And I got a Aries meditation on in the background. So Spirit, what does Aries need to surrender under this full moon, please? What does Aries need to surrender under this full moon? What does Aries need to surrender and release? Surrender to inner peace and surrender to spirit. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In quiet meditative moments, focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. Then we have surrender to spirit. Once you've done everything you can to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine and let spirit work its magic for you. So, you know, Aries is ruled by Mars. Mars is a sign that does not know when to give up a lot of the times. All right. So if you have a lot of Mars energy, Scorpio as well, you're very determined. You're very much, you keep going. You keep trying until you can't try anymore, till there's nothing left. But, you know, it could be coming at the expense of your peace. So let's look at also, I want to pull from the shadow work deck. I haven't pulled from this deck in a while. Let's see what comes out for Aries with the shadow work. What shadow work is being revealed under this? What shadow work is being revealed under this full moon for Aries? What is the shadow work? Some of these are upside down. What is the shadow work for Aries? You have the Queen of Wands in reverse and the Ten of Wands in reverse. This is like burnout central. Burnout central. You got the Ten of Swords in upright. So it's like knowing when to quit, knowing when to give up, knowing when to stop fighting so hard. Aries is a fighter. So 10 of Swords in this shadow work deck, a warning card telling you to accept that a situation or relationship is ruined and it's time to move on. Upright, ruin and destruction. It's pretty harsh. There's two tens here, so there's something that's coming to an end, something that's coming to a culmination. Tens represent endings. It is time to say no and set limits. You do not have enough energy right now. Obligations and devotion. So this was in reverse, obligation. Burdens and oppression. So this is your shadow work card. Okay, you're still pushing. And the Queen of Wands. My little book is falling apart, y'all. Queen of Wands. Where are we at here? Is this Wands? No, that's Cups. These are so small. Okay, I see it. Let's see. You need to show confidence. If not, fake it till you make it. Reverse, insecure. And yeah, it just says insecure. Okay. So This is interesting. We're going to see in a second exactly what it is that you guys need to. We're going to see in a second exactly what it is that you guys are needing to, stop pushing so much in regards to, or stop fighting, or stop, wasting your energy. Let me see. What else for the challenge for Aries? What's the challenge? The Ten of Swords again. This one is in reverse. Wait, the deck was in reverse. Oh, no, it's not. Only that card. Wait, some of these. I don't like my cards in reverse. I like them to come out reverse naturally. I don't like them to already be in reverse. But anyways, Ten of Swords. All right, what's the solution for this? Since we got the 2 Ten of Swords. So two clear endings for Aries. 2 clear, the Fool card in reverse. All right, this is my Age of Aquarius book. So we're going to read from this book as well. And then we're going to move to our regularly scheduled program. Okay. I use these books because the definitions are a little bit different in these. Okay. So we have the 10 of Swords in this one. It's going to have a whole different meaning than the traditional one. All right. So this says completion and endings, painful ending, trauma, resolution. Am I ready to let go of falsehoods and embrace the illumination of the truth? I remove illusions and embrace the raw truth. I transmute my emotions into portals of clarity, creativity, and evolution. The shadow, allowing past traumas to keep you psychologically bound to them, recognition of past traumas, and choosing to move forward. The building of new foundation on solid ground. An unforeseen immediate ending. The transmutation of negative energy into skills and power that push you forward into your divinely guided personal metamorphosis revolution. Wow. All right. So there's that. There's some stagnant energy that we're trying to move forward here. And then you have the Fool, which was in reverse. The first card is always the Fool. Recklessness, risks. So it can be, there's some impulsivity here as well. Am I ready to embrace this new journey? Taking risks without the skills or knowledge needed to be successful. Reckless or spontaneous behavior that can produce negative outcomes. The refusal to take actions towards one's desires. Alrighty. So there was a lot. There was a lot that came out here, but we're going to put all of this together. Okay. I'm going to move some of these cards to the side so we can get into the tarot, and I will pull from my Everything Oracle deck and see exactly what this is referring to. So, it's already out. Here we go. All right. So what do we need to know for Aries with this 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands energy? Either that they need to stop pushing so hard for, or accept some type of ending here, or where there's some negative behaviors, because we're in a full moon, right? So full moons are about releasing, and there's some negative patterns here. There could be some negative patterns with impulsivity, but what is this about for Aries specifically? What is this about for Aries specifically? Timing is right. What is this about for Aries specifically? Time apart. Crying or release. Think before you act. Yeah, there's something about your actions here where they're not being thought through. And I'm trying to figure out if they're not being thought through because you're acting impulsively by starting something, or is it that you're impulsively ending something? You must tell me, because I'm not sure. Are you impulsively starting or impulsively ending? It could be both. You could impulsively start and impulsively end. So that's what we're trying to see, because you have think before you act here. And then we have long term. We have time apart. We have timing is right. We have soulmate. We have self-love. So there's some contradictions here. So let's clarify. Let's clarify the think before you act. What is this about for Aries? Think before you act. Think before you act. What is this in regards to for Aries? Commitment. Okay. Okay. And then lastly, the self-love, soulmate. Okay. New job or increase. So some money looks like it's coming your way, or a new job or some increase potentially. But yeah, so you guys are going to have to kind of figure out which side of the spectrum you're on, because the message is a little bit nuanced here with something in regards to your commitments. So for some of you, it's like you impulsively jump into things, or you start something. It doesn't even have to be impulsive, but you start, and then your commitment wavers for some reason here. Okay, your commitment wavers, or something happens and then you back out of it, or you end it. And there's like a cycle here that keeps happening with starting new things, and then not finishing, or thinking that you want one thing and then it changes. So it's either there's problems with what you're choosing to start, or like the what you're choosing wasn't right in the first place, and that's why it keeps falling through, or there's problems with commitment that you are having, which is what I'm feeling. Like there's a commitment issue here, Aries. There's a commitment issue. This could even be overcommitting. Overcommitting or undercommitting. Which one is it? Anything else can you tell me here about Aries and their commitments? And then I'm going to pull from my tarot. What else for Aries with their commitment? Manifest. All right. So we got manifest, and we got change. We also have forgiveness. So for some of you, it's going to be about learning to be more discerning with what you are committing to, right? Because it can be one of those things where in the moment, you feel like you want something, but it's not actually like what you've been trying to manifest. It's just like, okay, well, this is what I have right now. This is good enough. So I'm just going to be happy with this, or I'm just going to have this, but that's not really what I want. And so maybe that's where the forgiveness card is coming from, is like forgiving yourself for things that you committed to that you didn't really want, or forgiving yourself for not committing to things that you actually did want. So like I said, it's going to depend for your specific situation, but there's an issue here with committing, overcommitting, or not committing enough. Okay. So, and this can be in work, and this can be in relationships. So what is happening here with Aries? What are things looking like here for Aries with this full moon? What do Aries placements realize? We'll pull here, and then we'll get the advice. What does Aries placements realize with this full moon? Devil card. A Capricorn showing up for y'all too? What's going on? You a Libra. It's like something is a burden. Something is a burden. Something is a burden. Sorry, I just kept feeling burden. It's like you get something or something comes to you, and then you do it, and it becomes a burden. I don't know. That was just a very loud message, a burden. What's the devil card? Tell us more about what is Aries realizing, where your choices make you feel burdened. You got the sun card here. What else for Aries? What's coming towards Aries? What is Aries going to realize? What is Aries going to realize here? Tower card. Oh, uh-oh. Now this just flipped the freak out. This is the Three of Cups in reverse. If you know, you know. There's some third party energy here. Some cheaterization for some of you. You find out about multiple people in a situation here. Maybe you're not the only one involved. Tell me more about this burden for Aries, or what this sudden realization is. The Fool card. That you can be free. That you are in control. Lover's card. Something with your relationships too. Like there's burdens here. Or there's been some limitations. So for some of you, like if this is about a relationship, you're realizing that you can be free from the burden of, or the control, the power that somebody has over you. So that's where you're finding some relief. You got the Emperor card in reverse. There was like a giving away of your power of some kind. Can we clarify this Tower? Can we clarify this Tower for Aries? And then the Three of Cups in reverse. So I don't know. Some of you might be realizing, you might be realizing where you've been giving away your power. I don't know if some of you did not realize it before. Where you were spending so much time, you were like, I was given to this relationship when I could have been over here. I was given to this job when I could have been somewhere else, and you're now seeing like, that's just, I have full autonomy of my choices, So for some of you, in your mind, you were feeling like this is just something you had to do. You have to do this. You have to, you just took on the responsibility of some kind. And a lot of you are realizing that you don't have to. You really don't have to, especially if this is like a relationship where you have a choice, where it's like there's, somebody doing you wrong, or, you're not being treated right, or a friendship's not treating you right. You're like, I don't have to be here. Okay. A job not treating you right, a family member not treating you right. There's something going on here where you're taking on a lot of burden. You're taking on a lot of responsibility. Like I said, either overcommitting to the wrong things and undercommitting to the right things is like more of the message that we're getting towards here. Let me see if there's any blunt truth oracle that wants to reveal itself. What's the blunt truth for Aries that Aries needs to hear for their... What's the blunt truth for Aries? What is the blunt truth for Aries? Ancestors displeased. Start over. Start fresh. Start without the burden. There's something better. Yeah, see. Excuses are keeping you stagnant. Stop looking for love in the trash. Burnout. See, like, oh my gosh, Aries, like, this full moon, it's just showing you, like, you are, like I said, a lot of you, you're overcommitting to the wrong things and undercommitting to the right things. You are burning yourself out because you feel like, I don't have a choice. I got to work 25 million hours a day. I got to stay at this job. I got to do this. I got to do that. And a lot of times you don't have to do that, or you at least don't have to do it so much. You don't have to do it that much. Of course, there's some things in our lives we have to do, and we've even committed ourselves to, but then you have to realize, like, some things are not worth that commitment if you have a choice in it. All right. So think about the choices that you have. Excuses are keeping you stagnant. A lot of you are just making excuses as to why you can't leave, why you can't do something else. And you actually can. abundance flowing in. You are, once you decide that you're going to look elsewhere or do something else or stop taking on so much burden and responsibility, that's when you're going to find the better. There's something better. Stop looking for love in the trash. Looking at these people who are not giving you the time of day. They're not giving you what you want, what you need. Okay, trouble up ahead. There may be a little bit of a fight when you try to release commitment from this thing, the situation, especially if it's a relationship or a job. You know, there might be some pushback, but you got tabula rasa. This means starting over, starting fresh. Ancestors displeased. You know, Aries is about choosing yourself, putting yourself first. What do you need to put yourself first in? You're realizing like, hey, I overcommitted to this, you know? I overcommitted to something and I can't do it. You know, you have to forgive yourself and you have to be real with yourself and say, I chose wrong, or, you know, I thought I could handle this. I thought I could do this. I thought I could do all this by myself and I cannot. Okay. Did I pull the advice? Oh, no, I didn't. What is the advice for Aries? We'll wrap up this message. What is the advice for Aries, please? 5 of Pentacles. What is the advice for Aries? 4 of Pentacles. You're really holding on tightly here. 2 of Cups. There is going to be like I'm seeing some of you like, this is like it might cause a disruption in the relationship too. Yeah, look at the Devil card here again. The 3 of Swords. There's pain here though. It hurts. It hurts to you know, disconnect, or you might even realize that you need to break up with somebody or you need to separate from something. There's something involving a separation because you're just like burnt out, or you're just like, I overcommitted to this, or I committed period and I can't. But you're really trying to see it through. And sometimes it does hurt when you cannot see something through to the end, you know? Any other advice here? 4 of Swords. But yeah, you're going to feel much better. You're going to be able to get that peace of mind. You're going to be able to rest. But of course, there is going to be like an emptiness, or maybe there's like a little bit of a loss, especially if this is like a financial thing, or a breakup thing here. 2 of Cups. It could cause some problems, of course, in a relationship. But I do see it leading to more stability in some way. Okay, more peace of mind. And you'll be able to confront yourself of like, okay, you know, I see where I jump into things and I commit and then I can't do it. And that's like a pattern you need to break. Okay. And look at this right here. This 10 of Swords has been following us the whole reading. So that's what we got for you, Aries. Overcommitting to the wrong things. And now we can't do it no more. We got to be real about it. Okay. We burnt out. We're stressed. We're tired. Can't do it. So we can commit to the right things and make the progress and abundance we can and, you know, succeed. All right, Aries. So that's what I got for you guys. Thank you for watching. If this reading resonated for you, please let me know in the comments down below. And again, if you want to see these readings early access, make sure you join the Patreon. I am at Tarot by Bronx and Mind Body Bronx on everything.